sunshine today. I'm trying to make this dark.
Usually I am a white girl. Pretty much every other room in the house that I have painted White Dove by Benjamin Moore, and my hallway has been no exception. The issue is that I have children and it never stays white for very long. It gets pretty beat up, it gets drawn on, despite my best efforts to keep pencils and markers and all the like off of the walls. So I am contemplating using a dark gray color just on this bottom side of the wall to keep it more kid-friendly. So I've got two different Sherwin-Williams colors that I got them color matched by Behr, because that is basically the paint that I always use, is Behr's Paint and Primer in One. And the first color is Iron Ore by Sherwin-Williams, and the second color is Gauntlet Gray. So I'm going to test them on a small spot over here and then a small spot around the corner to kind of see what I think of them before I go and buy an entire gallon. And I'm going to be careful not to get it into any of the cracks, because I think that'll make it more difficult if I do end up painting over it white. So, okay, let's try Iron Ore first. And I've got my handy little 2-inch booster brush. My favorite brush ever. Okay, let's get closer.
Oh, I will open up my eyes so I can see the light. Oh, and I'll try to spread my wings so I can fly. Oh, and the darkness starts to fade. Feels like things are gonna go my way.
It's kind of like a really dark taupe. Well, no, it's really dark taupe. Like, it's got a brownish gray color. So, kind of like an elephant gray almost. You see how well that covers? Just one coat. Okay, so that's Iron Ore by Sherwin-Williams. Let's get Gauntlet Gray. Okay, went ahead and got a different brush because I have plenty. Gauntlet Gray by Sherwin-Williams. This is definitely a taupe color. I really love this color.
Feels like things are gonna go my way. I'm gonna let the sunshine in the day. I'm gonna let the sunshine in today. I'm trying to make this darkness go away. I'll paint with colors and I'll sing until my lungs give out. I'm gonna let the sun shine in today. And I will leave my windows open so that I can hear the sound of people talking and the wind blowing in the trees. Oh, I will open up my eyes so I can see the light. Oh, and I'll try to spread my wings so I can fly. Oh, and the darkness starts to fade. Feels like things are gonna go my way.
So I'm getting ready to paint the Faux Shiplap in my hallway, and I thought that I would show you how I do it. There are probably several different ways that you can do this, especially if you owned and wanted to use a paint sprayer. That would probably be the easiest way to do this. Another option is to paint it before you get it up on the wall so that you get inside all of on the edges before you even get it up on the wall. You could do it that way. Another option, if you really like detailed work, is to take a tiny brush to get it in the lines. But I do it a much easier way, in my opinion. What I do is I take my little 2-inch brush and I get plenty of paint on it, and I smoosh that paint in between there. And this happens I'll do this on all the lines before I get my roller out. And I'll do it twice, just like I would the trim.
I'm gonna let the sun shine in the day.
And when you're doing this, if it's part of the wall where you're going to be looking down on it, you want to make sure to get that part. If it's part of the wall where you're going to be looking up on it, you want to make sure to get that part really good so that you're not seeing any raw wood. And because you're loading up on your brush, you're going to want to watch for any drips.
So I can fly. Oh, and the darkness starts to fade. Feels like things are gonna go my way. I'm gonna let the sun shine.
And I believe this is a nylon tipped 2-inch angled brush. The reason why I like the nylon better is if you get the softer bristles, they will kind of get destroyed in this process. So I prefer the more stiff bristles for this part of the job.
Darkness go away. I'll paint with colors and I'll sing until my lungs give out. I'm gonna let the sun shine in today. And I will leave my windows open so that I can hear the sound of people talking and the wind blowing in the trees. Oh, I will open up my eyes so I can see the light. Oh, and I'll try to spread my wings so I can fly. Oh, and the darkness starts to fade. Feels like things are gonna go my way. I'm gonna let the sun shine in the day. I'm gonna let the past be filled with smoke. And I will try to fix what has been broken. And take this weight off my shoulders, 'cause I know yesterday ain't coming back. I'm gonna let the past stay in the cold. I will listen to the ocean, let its unsaid words be spoken. And I'll let my mind be carried by the waves. Oh, I will open up my eyes so I can see the light. Oh, and I'll try to spread my wings so I can fly. Oh, and the darkness starts to fade. Feels like things are gonna go my way. I'm gonna let the sun shine in the day.
Now to clean my brush and wait for this coat to dry and come back in with a second one. Next on the agenda is rolling. So I've got my roller, my Worcester roller, 9-inch roller, my roller pad, and this is a specific pad meant for textured walls. So it's a little bit thicker pad than you would use if you had smooth walls. I've also got my Worcester roller, whatever this thing's called, pan, and a little insert so that I can just toss it when I'm done, because I really don't want to have to clean much. So I've got my rolling stuff out and I'm ready to start rolling the walls. I'm gonna get plenty on my roller since I want it to go in between the cracks of the shiplap. So I'm gonna kind of pour off, like, and I'm not gonna go quickly because I don't want it splattering everywhere.
I'm gonna let the sun shine in the day. I'm gonna let the past be filled with smoke. And I will try to fix what has.
I want any texture on this part. And I'm going in with a much softer bristle this time, the second coat. And I want a finer, smoother finish. I'm going real lightly just to make sure you've not got any drips. You really don't want to do too much though, because of the texture. Alright, this side is looking good. Let's move on to the next side.
Feels like things are gonna go my way. I'm gonna let the sun shine in the day.
We get these soaking right away, and then we can peel the tape.
So I can fly. Oh, and the darkness starts to fade. Feels like things are gonna go my way.
Looks pretty awesome. Just when you think you can get away with a single coat, you see, you can tell, like right there, where you can still see the wood grain very clearly, and right there, and right there, and right there. That means you need another coat with the roller, and also you can see the white wall behind, so I need to get in there again with my brush. You can't really see it that well, and I mean, if you were walking down the hallway, you definitely wouldn't see this because it's so low, but it bothers me. So I'm gonna go in with the brush and get all of those parts, and then I'm gonna come back in with my roller. See that? You can tell this is the part where I took my brush, and then this was the roller, and obviously it needs another coat with the roller to be smoother so you can't see the wood grain as much. But it is looking really, really good. I really like it. Progress shot. Let us take care of the second and final coat. I was hoping that one coat would just do it because it's so dark, but as you can see, and as I showed you, when you can see very clearly the wood grain, that means you need a second coat. So let's get to it. I'm ready to have this painting done, although I have a lot more painting after this, but let's at least get this part done. I've got all my tools. And I just want to take a moment to tell you, would you believe that I have been using this exact same roller for like the last 8 years? This roller pad I wash and reuse, and I have been using it for probably at least 8 years. I bought a pack of 3 and I still have them all. So if you take care of your tools, you can continue to use them for years.
sun shine in today. I'm trying to make this darkness go away. I'll paint with colors and I'll sing until my lungs give out. I'm gonna let the sun shine in today. And I will leave my windows open so that I can hear the sound of people talking and the wind blowing in the trees. Oh, I will open up my eyes so I can see the light. Oh, and I'll try to spread my wings so I can fly. Oh, and the darkness starts to fade. Feels like things are gonna go my way. I'm gonna let the sun shine in the day. I'm gonna let the past be filled with smoke. And I will try to fix what has been broken. And take this weight off my shoulders, 'cause